Now, in a prior problem, we were talking a lot about the population of or the size of Libya and the size of Illinois. Just as a refresher, we determined that the size of Libya was 644,531 square miles, and Illinois was 70,312 square miles, just by the sites by Google, just using Google. Let's see, just make sure I can show you that. Right, so there's Illinois. Oh, and there's Libya's. Right, so those are slightly different actually than what I showed you. That was what we had computed it to be. So let's make sure we capture the real numbers here. So area of Libya, area of Illinois, because that will become important in this problem once I read it to you again. So 57,915 square miles versus 679,362. 679,362 square miles for Libya. Okay, the population of Libya is estimated to be 6,420,000, while the population of Illinois is 12 million. If Illinois had the population density of India, of Libya, how many more or fewer people would you need in this classroom? Well, let's pretend like I have a classroom of 20 students, just for hypothetical sake. So, if you think about this, population density is people per square mile. So the population density of Libya is people, 642,000 people per 679,362 square miles. So you can compute that population density, you get a pretty small number, I guess. .45 people per square mile. And I don't know where you live, but for me that is very spread out. Unlike Illinois, the population density of Illinois would be the people of Illinois, so 12,830,632. I believe I got this from census data, people, over the area of Illinois. So you compute that. And that should be denser, I would think. Larger numerator, smaller denominator. 221.54 people per square mile. That feels more like where I'm living. And so, well, how many fewer people or more people would you need in the classroom? So, if I think about it like, well, Libya, I'll go here, and Illinois, I'll go here, and I'll talk about population density here versus my classroom. Use these as my driving factors. So Libya population density 9.45 versus Illinois 221.54. In my class I have 20, and I want to know what it would be like in Libya using the population density. So I can cross multiply, and I get 221.54x is equal to 9.45 times 20. 9.45 times 20 is 189. So divide both sides by 221.54. And this looks like it's be less than 1. And in fact it is 0.85 students. So they'd have less than 1 student for the same area that provides me a classroom of 20 students. Pretty crazy.